Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2022 with the Orlando Magic. And if you remember, I'm a little bit behind this week. I had 5 hockey games that I needed to broadcast on Sunday. So I'm just a little behind. I woke up yesterday. Yesterday was Monday, with no real voice to speak of. So just didn't feel like recording yesterday. So I recorded today, or I am recording today. I made a deal. I mentioned at the end of last episode that the Nikola Vujacic experiment wasn't working out. And you can see the deal right there. We sent Vujacic, Ricky Rubio, Maxi Kleber, and Seth Curry to the 76ers for Drew Holiday. This does a couple of things for us. It frees up the center position to play Thomas and Wahab Floyd a little bit more. And it gives us a better backup point guard in Holiday. Holiday's making a crap ton of money, but it's still just 1 year. He's a good shooter, good scorer, good ball handler, so he's going to be a good backup point guard to Suggs, and we can also use him at the shooting guard if we need to. So that's the deal we made. We took on a little extra contract, but again, it's just the 1 year, so I'm not too concerned about it. So what are we going to do this episode? So I was thinking about kind of the how this game works, and I came to the realization that the single most important rating in this, in these, 15 ratings, is this one right here, is scoring. You can have the best outside shooting numbers, best inside shooting numbers, and if your scoring is in the 40s or 50s, you're never going to put up big numbers. And that's what we're seeing from Adam Davis. Who inside shooting 84, outside shooting 84, free throws 80. He's a sharpshooter, but the scoring's only 49, so he can't break 10 points a game. 7.2 last year, 8.3 this year. He just doesn't shoot enough. That is what we are seeing from Vivaldo Giannini. Great outside shooter, great free throw. Scoring's 52, just doesn't score enough. So there are 2 things I think we're going to be looking at here as we sim ahead up to the trade deadline. We're going to be looking for another defensive player, another lockdown style defensive player, and that might come from one of the players we have on the roster already. I mean, we have a couple of pretty solid defensive players. Jonathan Isaac, DeAndre Ayton, obviously the 2 big ones. Zach LaVine is a 77, so we have 3 defenders with 75 or higher defensive rating. And then a whole bunch over 60. I would like to get ourselves another Jonathan Isaac style defender. So yeah, I'd like to bring in another defensive player if we could. Alternatively, we need another scorer, and I think that's part of our issue this year. Is we're only scoring 105 points a game. So if you look at our insights, we're 10th in points per game, but I feel like we should be scoring more than that. So we're going to be looking for a defensive player, and we're going to be looking for someone who can score. So let's just start with the player search. And I don't know that I want to make a deal right this second, but what we're going to do is we're going to look at scoring. We're going to look at anybody who's on the trade block, and we're going to think about it. I mean, and here's right off the bat. I mean, Jason Tatum. He's a 4.5-star player. He's signed for this year and next. I mean, he's a bucket getter. I mean, that's his thing. That's a lot of money. We could make the contracts match up. I mean, I want to see something. If we went to the Celtics and said, we want Jason Tatum, and we started with our first round pick next year, so it's cap legal, and we added in, see, it's no longer cap legal. Yeah, that's, I think, going to be the problem. Is I don't know if we're going to have the right pieces to make it cap legal without getting absolutely raked over the coals. But yeah, so that's what I want to look at. So we're going to look at scoring and see which players are on the trade block. I mean, Irving, I don't need Kyrie Irving. I don't like Kyrie Irving, so I don't want him on my team. But, I mean, it's a possibility, I guess. Lilliard's an expiring deal with the Nuggets, and that's a possibility. What's he making? 48? I mean, do we try to move from Holiday to Lilliard? Maybe. And none of these guys are on the trade block. Then we come down here. There's Holiday. There's our guy. Andre Drummond. Really, 67 score for Andre Drummond. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm going to be looking at here, I think. So for the time being, let's just get into the roster. Let's get into the depth chart, make sure we're set, and let's play. It's got Giannini listed as the backup point guard. Yeah, it's doing all sorts of weird things with the schedule again. Or with the lineup again. So let's do a little bit of this. And I think we're going to do a little bit of that and a little bit of this. And we're going to run basically with an 8-man rotation, I think. Yeah, and then we'll have some additional minutes, kind of floating around for some of the other players, but I don't want him listed as the power forward. Oops. Small forward is what I wanted. I'm going to put small forward there. Put the power forward there. Yeah, and you can see all these players are playing 36, 38 minutes. That's more than I want. So, oh, come on. Click the right button. Small forward. Thank you. All right, so Davis is at 30 minutes. Giannini's at 18. I want Giannini playing more than that. All right, so 28 and 20. Isaac is playing a lot. Aiton's playing 36. We got to get Floyd some minutes too. We have a lot of bigs, and that's just, I guess, sort of the way it worked out. So Ayton will come in. Well, Floyd will come in here. Give those minutes back to him. And then he can play at the power forward here and here. So, okay. Yeah, that's better. That is better. He was our other first-round pick. He's not going to play much now, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, that gives us a 9-man rotation, which I'm, I guess, okay with. So let's start simming some games and see what we see as we are at home against the Hornets. 108-97 victory, and we suffer an injury because that's the way this game rolls. Was that Ayton who got hurt? Out for 11 days. Well, that fixes the center issue, I guess. 33 points for Jalen Suggs. Bench played well. We got, 40 points out of the bench? And that works. All right, so let's get back into the depth chart, I guess. And so we're going to swap Ayton and Floyd, and then basically split the minutes down the middle, I think, between Floyd and Thomas. So go here and here, and let's give these minutes back there just to be safe. So he's at 38 minutes. We don't need him playing 38 minutes. He's at 34 now. I guess Obi Toppin can come in. Obi always plays really well in these saves for me. I'm not entirely sure why, but so 20, 26, 22. There. So we're split right down the middle at center now. Floyd at 24, Thomas at 24. Obi Toppin gets a few minutes. And we'll just, I guess for the next... Well, I guess we'll see if we have a game. And if we do, we can change Giannini's minutes for that one game, which we do against the Pistons. So we will swap out Giannini here for Satoransky, I think. Yeah, we'll get Satoransky we'll get Satoransky those minutes for this game at home against the Detroit Pistons. And we lose by 17. Not great. Give up 120 points to the Pistons. Led by Thomas off the bench. Had 20 points in 28 minutes. I mean, that's pretty nice. And Holiday's played, he's shot the ball well. He's scored double digits in both games. But offensively, things just didn't go well for us. At home again. Yeah, we're only 6-4 at home. It's a bit of that's a bit of a surprise. I expected us, I expect us to be better at home, I should say. Not I'm expecting. I expect us to be better at home. We win there 93-81. So we'll see how this lineup goes, and we'll obviously we'll get Ayton back in a week or something, and we'll get to January 1st and sort of reset things. And I don't know. I mean, Davis, I like him. I mean, he's averaging 8 points, almost 8 rebounds a game. He's good defensively, but that scoring is going to limit how much he's able to actually score. And his contract is reasonable. Same thing with Giannini, man. I'd hate to move on from Vivaldo. He was our first ever pick, and I'm hoping that he can still develop since he's only 21. But Davis, could be a trade piece. And then do we really need Floyd and Thomas? I don't know. I don't think we do. So it's a matter of figuring out which one is better and rolling with that. So we have a month to sort of sort that out. And without Ayton here for the next week or so, these guys are going to get some run. And we'll see if the trade block changes between now and February 1st or whatever that date is. February 7th, I think, is actually the trade deadline. So we're at home again against the Suns. There's another win, another low-scoring game. I don't mind winning low-scoring games. I don't really care. As long as we win, matter to me what the score is. 32 for Levine. 8 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 blocks for Isaac. What's Holiday defensively? He's a 59. So he's average. He's average defensively. Which out of your backup point guard, I guess, is okay. So we're on the road against a very good Grizzlies team. Here's a real challenge for us. And we don't have Ayton back yet, right? No, he's out for another 4 days. Okay. Can we pull off an upset on the road? No. We get summarily handled by the Grizz. We lose by 15. I don't know. Maybe we're taking a step back this year. Maybe it's about, oh, that's right. They've got Morant and Booker in their backcourt. Maybe this season is a step back. I mean, I don't know. Isaac's contract is up after this year. Maybe it's time to maybe move on from him. I don't think he's the player. Yeah, they want us to keep Levine. So we can move on from Isaac maybe if things don't pick up. We have some pieces that we can trade for maybe a better fit to go alongside Ayton, Suggs, and DeAndre Zach LaVine. So we're on the road again. That's another loss. We're a 500 team. I mean, that's the reality right now. We are a 500 team. I think we're without DeAndre for one more day. Oh, no, he's back. Okay, good. All right, so let's restore the lineup. Let's get Ayton back out there. Hopefully that helps things here a little bit. We've lost 2 in a row. We are on the road against the Knicks. Here's another loss, and we are 500. We are a 500 basketball team at 14-14. Drew Holiday is on the trade block. DeAndre Ayton has a problem with Coach Mosley. I mean, he's been the coach since the beginning. We don't have any budget left, though, to hire a new coach. That's the problem. That's the problem. So I think we just stick with him through the end of the year and then just, I don't know, and just find somebody else. I'm not sure what to do other than maybe sell some pieces. Back at home. Invalid roster, which means we have an injured player. Let me kill the audio over here. Who's hurt? I didn't want to go there. Wanted to go here. Oh, good. It's only Zach LaVine. All right, so Giannini will go in, and we will give Johnson those minutes. May as well try Young. All right, so we beat a bad Toronto team by 22. I don't know how much that tells us, beating this team at home by 20 points. But 8 and 20 points, 16 rebounds. Yeah, I mean, I love Jonathan Isaac. I really do. But, I mean, he's only 27. I feel like he's been around forever. And he wants a moderately large contract, like over $20 million. And I don't know that I'm prepared to pay him that. Look at this. Look at the Hawks. 27-6. They are so good. All right, so we are back at home. We do have Mr. LaVine back, so let's make sure we get him out there. Giannini and Johnson. I'm hoping we can go on a run like we did last year, after we made some deals. Okay, so there's another win. Another win against a good Minnesota team. Zach, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Suggs, 17, 7, and 6. He's having a really, really good season. But he doesn't want to come back, or at least not yet. Not yet. He doesn't like the coach. He doesn't like the team. Yeah, our coach is definitely gone. What happens? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to save. So if we fire him, I want to save because if I fire him and I can't, let's do that. Okay, so we have some money. Let's check our office to make sure they didn't hate that idea. Okay, they didn't hate it. So let's go back and let's find another head coach. We got about $3 million, just under $3 million to spend here. Player development. Got Dwayne Casey, Earl Watson. Well, I like Brooks Thompson. Good defense. His potential is not good. The evaluating potential is not good. Can we bring in? He's asking 3.7. Earl Watson's asking for 3.2, which I don't have. Ugh, all these guys are asking for more than I can afford. Mike Woodson. So we only have, what, 2.3 or something? Something stupid like that. Mike Miller. We can try bringing in Mike Miller for the rest of the year. It's a 3-year deal. Byron Scott, no. All right, let's try Mike Miller. Let's bring him in and see how they like playing for him. Looks like a bit of an offensively minded coach, which could help us. Hopefully that improves morale around the team a little bit. We were clearly underperforming, or are clearly underperforming. Not were, we are. Now we are at home against the Bucks. And there we go. Under a new head coach, we beat the Bucks by 24 points. Is this a Bucks team with Giannis or without? Without Giannis. Okay, so it's not as big an accomplishment, but good games for Ayton, Suggs, and Levine. Holiday with 14 off the bench. Everybody got in on the action here today. Got another game today. We do at home against the Knicks. Another win, 92-84. So we were 12-11. So we're 6-3 this sim so far. I'm not gonna make a comment. Okay, so always make a comment, I guess. He didn't like the fact that I didn't say how good he's been. But we won again, and that's all that is important. So a 90. That's not my team. That's the wrong save, Aaron. Wrong save. This is not the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is the Orlando Magic right there. Sorry, guys. I'm just looking for something on my desk here. Give me just a second. Do I not have it? Oh, there it is. Just looking for my chapstick. Couldn't find it, but I got it. All right, so Giannini, 17 points for Vivaldo. Good for him. 9 for 14 shooting for DeAndre. 22 and 12. Levine only 2 for 13 shooting. Zach's scoring has dropped off quite a bit lately. Yeah, he's down to 22 a game. It's his lowest scoring output since 2017. So hopefully he can turn that around here as the season moves on. But we're 6-3 so far in this sim. So there's been some improvement. See how we do on the road, as we are only 6-10 away from home, and 6-11 now away from home. So we cannot win on the road, and that's going to be a problem come postseason. 20 points out of our big three: Ayton, Suggs, and Levine. 18 for Giannini, 17 for Floyd, 10 for Thomas, but LaMelo with 37 points. Wow. Yeah, we may need a shakeup. But January will be the month that happens, I think. So we're up to December 27th. And we are now home against the Nets. We lose again. And Giannini gets hurt. I would hate to hit the reset button. I feel like Ayton, Suggs, and Levine is a really solid top three. But it's clearly not working right now. Oh, Isaac was out for that one. It's clearly not working right now. The pieces just don't fit together all that well. On the road again. And we win. Okay, so we win in Miami. 33 for Zach. 31 for Suggs. Davis had 6 points, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks. Yeah, I feel like Adam Davis could be that either that Isaac replacement. He's obviously not as good defensively as Jonathan Isaac is, but I mean, is that line worth $21 million or whatever? I don't think it is. Yeah, $21 million a year for 3 years with a 7% raise. So that's going to be like, what, 21, 23, 25 or something? I don't know that I want to pay that. He plans on waiting for free agency. Now, I would pay Suggs 26. I absolutely would. Yeah, I don't know. We'll take a look in January and see what options there are. Sim through December 30th. Do we have a game on the 31st? We do. Can we finish the year strong at home against the Thunder? We win by 20, so we're 20-16 through 36 games. Not great. We'll see where we are in the standings here in a minute, but Suggs, 23 points, 13 assists. Ayton with 20. Davis, 17 and 10. Levine, 16. Holiday with 12. Thomas, 7 and 10 off the bench. And it's January 1st. So we're going to do January and February here in just a second. I just need to take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, let's get back to January. Let me turn this up so I can hear myself a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, it's January 1st. So I guess let's go back in here and see if trade block has changed at all. Who is this? Quadro Gregory is on the trade block. I want to see something. I'm curious. So Toronto's 13 and 23. So would you give me Quadro Gregory? Jalen Suggs, Adam Davis, and do you have a bad contract you want to give up? You have an expiring contract here with anybody? Okay, so it still shows us as having the advantage. What if I gave you Suggs now? All right. So that's not cap legal. Suggs and Isaac for Quadro Gregory. 17, 5, and 4. I mean, Suggs is better across the board right now. He's not as good defensively. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not pulling the trigger on that yet. So who's on the block? That's it? That's it, huh? Huh. Okay. So we got Gregory, Holiday, Irving. Not really anybody any good. I mean, I like Derek White. Oh, he's on the Celtics here, just like he is in real life. Good for him. Vija, no. Thomas Powell, no. These are all players. I'm assuming these are all players in their contract year. I don't know what FAR means. Okay, so they took Tatum off the trade block, which is fine. I mean, whatever. LaMelo, De'Aaron Fox. He's on the Celtics now. 34 and 37 a year. See, that's the thing is I would love to pick up someone like that, but if we do that, I don't know if we have the money to do something like that. Anthony Edwards, meh. What would I want? See, the problem with this overall is that it doesn't show the potential. It just shows what they currently are. Levine, Young, RJ Barrett. Shooting guard, he's 6'6". Very good defensively. He signed long term. Would the Knicks be willing to talk Barrett and play him at small forward maybe? Yeah, like I don't know. So let's do this. Let's put him on the trade block. Let's just put all the players on the trade block that I can't move Giannini yet, but Davis, Isaac, Can both go on the trade block. And we'll see what sort of offers, if anything, we get here as we move through January. So let's keep going. Let's delete all these emails so that if we get a trade offer, it's noticeable. I mean, we might get a great one. I mean, in my Timberwolves saves, I mean, I got offered, I was offered SGA and I was offered John Morant, so who knows? All right, so we're on the road against the Bucks, and we win 107-88. Suggs with a triple-double, 30 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists for Jalen. Where is it? Right here. 24, 5, and 7 for Levine. Giannini hurt. Yeah, he's out for 7 days. Okay. Yeah, Davis I like, but the scoring just isn't there. 8 points, 8 rebounds. I mean, it's not terrible. And it's not 8 points, 8 rebounds is not terrible out of a 23-year-old. But given that he was the top pick, or he was the number 3 pick in the draft, I guess I've just expected more. Giannini's out. Lineup's fine. So we're 21-16 on the road against the Celtics, and we win again. So 22-6. So remember, we were 12-11 when we started this episode today. So that's 10-5 here in this episode, roughly, I think. 14-12 for DeAndre, 25 each for Suggs and Levine. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, 3 blocks. And it's games like this that make me want to hold on to Jonathan Isaac. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. I would love to get me a De'Aaron Fox, but, I mean, at the expense of what? Love a Jaylen Brown, too. I mean, any of the Celtics' big three I would love. Rod Barrett, and they have DeMar DeRozan on the bench. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's keep going. I am recording this time. Yep. Okay, I am. On the road again against the Raptors, and we win again. 117 or 127-117. Was that another triple-double for Suggs? It was. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 12 assists. He's getting expensive quickly. And he's going to be worth it. I mean, we'll obviously use our bird rights, and we'll offer him the max that we can offer him, and we'll see if he takes it. And that's all we can do. Yeah, I mean, I still think building around Ayton, Suggs, and Levine is the right decision. So it's a matter of what do we do around those three. I don't know if having Isaac and Davis out there is the right option. I think we need another scorer. Honestly, I think that's what we need. And if that means we have to give up Davis, we give up Davis. But, yeah, I mean, we could package Davis and Thomas or Davis and Floyd. I mean, Thomas is playing better than Floyd right now. Yeah, let's keep going. And we'll take a look as we get closer to February. I mean, we're playing well right now, so I don't want to make any giant moves right this second because we're playing well. Or better, I should say. We're playing better. And as soon as I say that, we give up 145 points to the Spurs and lose. How did this team score? DeJounte Murray had 36. Grundman is this Jeremy Grant off the bench with 29? It sure is. If this team scores 138 points, we should win. Giving up 145 points is unacceptable. It's just not okay. On the road against the Jazz. Another win. So 24-17 now. A trade offer. It's a trade rumor. Jonathan Isaac's on the trade block. He is. And he's okay with that, I guess. Or at least he's satisfied that we admitted it. Let's look here. So we won by 25. Holiday had 29 off the bench. It's a weird game, man. 14 points for Isaac, 10 for Suggs. But 29 for Holiday, 13 for Giannini. I mean, a win's a win. I mean, I'm certainly not going to complain about it. That's just weird stats. No game today. I want to look at the standings. That's something we should look at. We haven't looked at the standings yet. And we're obviously going to be miles behind the Hawks. Wow, we're in third place. Okay. So we're 8.5 behind the Hawks. We are 7-3 in our last 10, so we have played better. We are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in 7th, so we're in the play-in game right now. That's not ideal. In the play-in game right now, we're one of the play-in games. We lose to the Spurs again. So we lose to the Spurs twice in a week. This time we lose by a point. Giannini had 13, another good game. I mean, it's our big three is doing fine. They're just not getting much help. Home against the Kings. There's another win. Yeah, we have certainly been better this episode than we were last episode. And I think part of that is Holiday. Having Holiday as our backup guard, our backup two guard, or our backup point guard, and being able to lean on Thomas and Floyd up front, I think has helped us. And obviously, firing our head coach and bringing in a new coach helped. But, yeah, it's, I mean, a good game for Giannini. I mean, the scoring is starting to creep up. So I think it makes sense to hold on to Vivaldo. But Isaac, Davis, and then one of either, maybe if we can package Isaac, Davis, and Floyd for another piece. So let's save. Isaac, Davis, and Floyd. So that's 17. That's 25. It's about $27 million or so that we would be looking to take back in salary. So the Celtics have the advantage there. If we add a draft pick, I mean, how old is Jalen in this? He's got to be in his late 20s now? 27, 28? Yeah, 28. So he's signed for 28, 29, and 31. He's good defensively, good scorer, good handle. This would limit what we could do in the offseason, for sure. What if we do this? Okay, so Tatum, no. It's cap legal. I mean, I want to see if there's another option, but that's not a terrible deal. That's not a terrible deal. We can play Jalen at the 3. So what if we did LaMelo Ball? LaMelo's not great defensively, but he's a good scorer. I mean, we could play LaMelo at the 3 too, couldn't we? How big is he? Yeah, he's 6'8". I mean, we could, and he's signed long term. Oh, it says we have the advantage. Never mind. I don't know if they, I think it said they even, yeah, okay, it says we have the advantage. I misread that. What about the Bulls? I don't really have anything worth trading for. Don't want to trade with Cleveland. here? Doncic, the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, I like looking at this page because you get the overall and the potential here, which is something you don't get. I don't mind that deal with the Celtics. I really don't. Bringing in another 20-point-a-game scorer in Jaylen Brown. He's not as good defensively as Isaac, but then maybe we can find a defensive piece to add in. You know? So, I mean, we'd be giving up 3 players. I might see if I could do it without giving up all 3, but we will see. I mean, I could bring Thibault back in. No, nobody there that I'm really interested in. Nope. I love Alperen Sengun. He's so good. Kevin Porter Jr. He's not on a terrible contract. He's not shooting particularly well. Indiana. Is that Sabonis? Yeah. We could bring in Domantas Sabonis. He's not a big scorer though, and that's really what we need. I think is another person who scoring's a 69. Nice. Yeah, we need another scorer is what we need to be looking for here. I mean, the Clippers are terrible. Do we try to bring in Kawhi? So what if we did? Okay. So what if we? It's cap legal. Gets us Kawhi Leonard for basically the stretch run. The money would come off the books. We would still be able to re-sign him next year if we really needed to. He's not great defensively, but I'm gonna do this deal if they'll take it. Can we get anything else? Because we would need a point guard at this point to back up. Monty Morris, right? We would need a point guard if we moved Holiday. Yeah, we would need a point guard if we moved Holiday. Monty Morris, just to get somebody to back him up. What do his ratings look like? Yeah, he's got a good handle. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this. I am okay with this. When you bring in Kawhi Leonard, trading away Adam Davis, will they make the deal? They will. Okay. So, huge deal right there as we bring in a future Hall of Famer in Kawhi Leonard. So, what does this do to our lineup? Let's just restore it. And what do you guys think of that deal? I mean, I love it personally. I think that was a fantastic deal for us. I think that was an absolutely fantastic deal for us. What do you guys think? Let me get Giannini back out there at shooting guard. Giannini at 18 minutes. One, two. Oh, I'm missing shooting guard minutes. Okay. I see what's happening. Because we traded the guy who was the backup. Traded the guy who was the backup shooting guard. So yeah, we don't have a shooting guard in here either. So let's do this and this. 1, 2, 3. So we're missing a shooting guard here as well. So I think I gotta get a point guard in there too. So Morris. What are we missing? Are we missing anything? Yeah, we're missing a shooting guard here. So we will just make that him. Yeah, I think that's good, right? We have everything set, 5-5. No, we're missing a shooting guard here as well. Let's give the minutes to Zach. 5-5. Missing a shooting guard here as well. I'll give those minutes to Giannini. And do that. That's a lot of minutes for Kawhi and Levine. Might be something. Yeah, let's do this. Let's take those minutes away there. Get him down to 36. Get him down to 36. And that gets Giannini up to 24. Yep. All right. I am good with that. Let's see how this new look Orlando Magic lineup looks. We now are running DeAndre Ayton, Jalen Suggs, Zach LaVine, Kawhi Leonard, and whoever our fifth guy is. I don't even remember at this point. But we only give up 79 points here in this one. We win 98-79. Kawhi, 3 of 18 shooting in his first game. I mean, that's a starting 5. I mean, that is a very good look at this game from Thomas. 18 points and 16 rebounds. All right. Okay. Now, Kawhi Leonard added to our roster. We may try to pick up another defensive player as we get closer to the deadline. 126-85 against Kawhi's old team. Let's look and see how the former Magic players did in that game. So Davis got the start, had 14 points, 7 rebounds. There's Holiday with 14. Kawhi with 16 against his former club. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals. That is a line. Look at that starting lineup. Look at that plus minus from our starting lineup, guys. And I don't know if we're going to win it all, but that was a ballsy move on my part, you got to admit. Trading the former number 3 overall pick for Kawhi Leonard. And we will have the opportunity to re-sign him. I can't imagine he's going to want that $40-ish million, so we will see what the offseason holds. But we got the Heat coming up now, another win. So 3-0 with this new look Magic lineup. Kawhi not shooting particularly well, but giving us another offensive threat. Good game for LaVine. Really good game for Suggs. 32, 8, 8, and 4. What is his... All right, yeah, his relationship with the coach and team have improved since we fired the head coach. Is he willing to talk to us about a contract now? He's not. Okay, that's fine. What about Leonard? Yeah, his contract demand has gone down. We'll see what it looks like in the offseason. But, all right, good start. We got the Magic now. 4-0 with the new look lineup. I think we may have sorted our season out here, guys, I'm hoping. 4 really good wins in a row. Our 3 big scorers all had more than 20 points. Ayton with another double-double. Suggs with another double-double. Thomas and Floyd, both in double-double and both in double figures off the bench. All right. I wasn't expecting a Kawhi Leonard style deal, but I think that works. I think he gets cheaper in the offseason too because he'll be, quote unquote, a year older. What do we got going on here? The Heat on the road. Can we even our road record? We do. So 5 straight wins. Monty Morris has suffered an injury. That's a bit of a problem because we don't have a backup point guard. So maybe now is the time to try to find that one via trade. Yeah, Leonard's not shooting all that well since coming over, but again, it's giving us, how long is Morris out for? He's out for 11 days. Okay, we'll find somebody. It gives us another scoring threat, and that's been huge. That has been huge. All right, so let's take a look at... Let's go here. Let's look at defense. Any of these players on the trade block? And I'd love to pick up a Darren Wallace from the Pacers. But would they trade him to us? That would be the question. Can we get him? What other... We don't really have a lot of resources. That's the problem. Trying to make it cap legal. All right, so it's cap legal. Yeah, that's not going to work. No, that's not going to work. All right. Just wanted to see if there was anything that would make it work that I was willing to give up. And it's not, and that's fine. That is fine. So let's remove... Let's go back to defense. Jackson, looking for somebody who has a decent combination of... How much is Lonzo making? 21. Yeah, I can't afford that. Anthony Melton with the Cavs. That's good defense. What would the Cavs want from Melton? Oh, they're 34 and 16. I don't think they're trading their backup point guard right now. I mean, I guess they could. Who knows? There's another name I saw in here that I can't imagine. Devontae Graham. He's making a lot, right? Well, $12 million, not a lot. He's out for 28 days. That doesn't help me. Yeah, there's Morris. I mean, do we just... Marcus making these days too much. Let's just sign a free agent. Let's sign the best free agent defensive / ball handler point guard we can find. 29 scoring ain't gonna get it done though. 25 Dante Lee. 73 handling. 30 passing. Caruso. Let's sign Alex Caruso. All right, so Alex Caruso will come in, and he will be our backup point guard until Morris is back, and that's just the way we'll run it. That's fine. That is fine. Let's get to the trade deadline. I don't think we're going to make another move. I think we made the deal we were going to make, and as we win again, that's 7 in a row, 38 points for Suggs. Man, he is having a nice growth season here. He's up to 22 points a game, 6.5 assists, 5.5 rebounds. Of course, it's a contract year. Zach's numbers are down, 22 points, 4 rebounds, or 4 assists, 5.5 rebounds, but we're getting that production now from Suggs, so it's fine. And almost a triple-double for Kawhi. On the road against the Clippers. And we finally lose. We win 8 in a row and then lose on the road to Kawhi's former team. Davis has 9 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Holiday has 20 off the bench. Kawhi played a good game. Suggs played a good game. Levine did not. All right, so we are at February 1st. Yeah, we'll get up to the trade deadline. And that will be that. The next episode will be the end of the regular season. So on the road again against the Kings. There's another win. So we've won, 9 of our last 10 or something like that? 8 and 19 points, 11 rebounds, 24 for Suggs. Another 19 for Kawhi. Giannini continues to pick up his game a little bit. He's averaging over 9 a game. Is what's his name back yet? Morris? No, he's out for another 5 days. So he'll be out through the trade deadline. He'll be out through the end of this episode. Got a message. Jalen Suggs has been really good. We'll offer praise. On the road against OKC, another win, 30 points for Kawhi, 33-19 on the year. So at least we've been able to identify our problem each of the last couple of years, right? Last year it was our defense. This year it was sort of our defense, but it was also needing another scorer. Last year we addressed that with our center position. This year we've addressed it with Kawhi Leonard. So 24-10 for Suggs. 30-7 for Kawhi. On the road against a bad Warriors team, and we win by 8. 23 for Suggs in that one. And those are the ones I'm worried about. Those are the ones I tend to lose, so it's nice to pull that one out. Kawhi, look at those free throws, guys. We shot 44 free throws in the game. We were 38 of 44. That is how you win a ball game. 23 for Levine, 23 for Suggs, 21-10 for Kawhi. Ayton's not scoring as much, but I don't need him to. I just need him to play good defense, need him to grab some rebounds and get some buckets occasionally, and he is doing that. So we're at the 6th. We got a couple days here before the deadline, and there are some deals. We will look at those trades right now. Anything of note? DeJounte Murray and Jeremy Grant to the Jazz for Rudy Gobert, a first and a second. Oladipo for Wiggins in a second. Evan Fournier to the Wizards. Jared Allen to the Raptors for Van Vliet. Kuzma to the 76ers. D'Angelo Russell to the Knicks. And Marcus Smart to the Brooklyn Nets. Okay. All right. Let's sim this one. I think this is going to be the last game of this episode. We are on the road against the T-Wolves, and it is a 129-128 win. So I think that's going to be a good way to end the episode. We'll look at the transactions. We'll look at the box score. We'll look at the stats, and that will be that. Brogdon traded to the Spurs along with a first-round pick for James Reeves, Okongwu, and Kai Jones. Kyrie Irving traded back to the Cavaliers again for Okoro and Harrison Barnes. Dylan Brooks and a first to the Knicks for Shake Milton. Marcus Smart is then flipped along with Richardson to the Hornets for Terry Rozier and a second-round pick. So we win again. And yeah, I think we sorted out the problems that we had. Are we a title contender? I don't know. I think so. I think our starting lineup is as good as anybody in the NBA. Isaac Leonard, Ayton, Suggs, and Levine, as long as we can stay healthy. Jalen Suggs has taken it to another level this year. Levine can drop 30 or 40 at the blink of an eye. And then we have Kawhi. So standings-wise, what has that done for us? We are now in second place in the conference, or in the division, 7 games behind the Hawks. So they are catchable. In the conference, we are 4th, so we are out of that play-in scenario, which is nice. Next on our target is the Philadelphia 76ers. See if we can move into that 3 spot. So if we look at team stats, Jalen Suggs leading us in scoring, leading us in assists, 22.5 points, 6.5 assists, 5.5 a game. Levine, the scoring is down a bit. Again, 21.8, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Kawhi, 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Ayton, 14 points, 10 rebounds. Isaac, 10 points, 7 rebounds. I mean, if we can bring back Leonard, we don't need Isaac. So we'll see which one of those guys we can bring back, but we'll see. Giannini, the shooting is still fine. He's still not shooting enough, but I don't know that I need him to with Suggs, Levine, and Leonard. Roy Thomas having a pretty nice rookie campaign. I need him to shoot fewer 3-pointers, but 9 points, 5 rebounds. Monty Morris only played a couple of games before he got hurt. Wahab Floyd has been okay. Jamal Johnson was another one of our first-round picks last year. Hasn't really gotten much playing time. And then everybody else. So league leaders. Zion Williamson leads the NBA in scoring. Antetokounmpo, Jokic, Irving, and Morant round out your top 5. Morant, Doncic, Young, Anthony Edwards, 4th in the NBA in assists, and LaMelo Ball. Rebounds per game. Davis, Capella, Gobert, Antetokounmpo, and Sabonis. There's Ayton at number 9. Blocks per game, Turner, Davis, Gobert, Mobley, and Chris Bryant. Isaac and Ayton are both in the top 10. Steals per game, Simmons, Thibault, Ball. There's Isaac at number 4 and Cade Cunningham. Field goal percentage, Usman Garuba shooting 55% from the field. 3-point percentage, Desmond Bane of Miami shooting 48% from three-point land. Free throw percentage, Lillard 94%. There's Kawhi at number 5. Turnovers per game, Zion number 1, Suggs and Levine both in the top 10. Triple doubles. LaMelo Ball leads the way with 10. Jalen Suggs with 2, both last episode. So, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. Let me know how you think we did at the trade deadline. Next episode, we will get through the rest of the regular season.